Hi. Hi, this is Brendan from the Goddess Complex LLC. It is currently 7:56 p.m. The 8-8 portal 2024, the Lionsgate portal. This is the peak night. Set your candles on high and your high and higher attention intensive and intentions. We're going to share our screen here over on Pinterest. We're going to show our screen over here. Back to school spiritual tips. School starts here in the Mid South Monday morning. Monday morning, which was August 5th. Today's Thursday. This is their fourth day, their Jupiter. Some of the biggest things I've gone over so far was encrypting and also putting into motion and routine. When I was a virtual learning teacher during the 2020-2021 school year, this is something we did here. We did affirmations. I did prayer before leaving home for my students and for my students and the co-workers and the other staff members there. The back to school prayer. As you can see here, another different thing as well is in inciting different metaphysical healing practices. I was able to have an open curriculum with their virtual learning with each school district and each school and classroom and teacher because they had different ones where I was and in our personal time before, during, and also after class, and also when they were on break, I also had them as well at the center. We encrypt and incite, and also put into motion introducing the students introducing the students to crystals and other forms of metaphysical practice, healing, routine with parent permission because of the belief system. But we were a very praying type of center. We were a little different from all the rest of them, simply because I had a metaphysics schedule and also curriculum with their everyday classroom and school district in Memphis City School policy for the virtual learning year. We inquired the crystals of different kinds and different sets. We did prayers. So there's a lot of different things you can do. Another one was including crystals, affirmation, prayer. We also dabbled and dabble in their creativity, having them express themselves. Also, we had indigenous arts and craft. So we had a lot of those as well with the indigenous arts and craft. One of the biggest things is introducing them to a lot of the indigenous stuff that you didn't even know were cultural. For example, in hoodoo and voodoo, whether southern or even foreign, motherland, Caribbean islander, even doing the European magic and stuff. A lot of stuff is magical in the classroom, and a lot of people don't know. Similar to this here, and just freestyling. We were just sitting still one day in class, doing arts and craft, our little paper bag persons and things of that nature. And I actually told them, this is like making something for your ancestors as well. Making something, also introducing imaginary friends to younger people, which also introduces them to their guardian angels. And it makes it easier to talk to them because that's exactly who they're talking to is their guardian angel when they have an imaginary friend that's divine, not something that causes harm. If they cause harm, please seek God and also professional help with the child because it's a psychological thing. Um, We're not talking about puppets. Puppets and other different things. That's something for advanced magic. Only very few people can actually actually can actually do the puppet theory and things of that nature. Now, voodoo dolls is one thing. Paper bag dolls, because you can actually talk to your angels or teach them how to talk to God with a hand puppet when they're smaller. Also, if you have a spiritually gifted child, things like this, teaching, especially if they're dealing with grief, things like this, things like this actually helps them cope with the loss of a friend or the loss of maybe a grandparent or a parent, and just doing different arts and crafts because it helps them relieve creative tension, non weirdly. Uh, Also, it helps them to realize sometimes your kids can have a mediumship and they can be seeing things in their dreams and also when they're awake at school or even before and after school. I had a student that could see spirits and didn't know what to do. And to keep the bad people away, we had arts and craft. So they expressed themselves. We had journaling. This is the little spoon people. These would go great, especially if you have a spiritual family already. Have them make a spoon person. Have them make a spoon person also to represent the ancestors or their spirit guides, their angels, their spiritual team is on the other side. Some of their spiritual team, some of their spiritual team, some of their spiritual team, they can see them, but we can't see them. For example, this is a great example of when they're missing a grandparent, and you can have puppet time. Here, we had these in our classroom here. It was there's different styles, and then 70s and 80s. And because I went by the time I was in school, it was like 90, early 90s, early like 90. What was that like 90? Like 90? Was it 93, 92, 93, something like that? 90. It's like 90. 93 or something like 93, 94, something like that. Even making spirit and like your spirit animals, they make these all the time. We made these the owls. We made the puppets of the pumpkin shape googly eyes and stuff like that. And a lot of this has ancestral meaning. A lot of this has ancestral meaning. Um, any little arts and craft project, especially like this from the bird feeder, you can easily put a tea light candle in here and have them talk to nature. And something for the older children because we have a lot of spiritual children. You don't want them getting bored in the classroom. You don't want them. Something for the older children. Other than affirmations, other than certain books and things of that nature. Of course, you can have meditation. Also, the different principles. I'm just eyeballing this here. The different principles. Mm, guess they're not going to show. Earth is a school for mastering how to manipulate energy. Instead of manipulating energy, here's one. Affirmations, teaching them prayer affirmations before and after school. Crystals, especially taking crystals, placing them in their backpacks, in satchels, or even just placing them in their pocket as well. You can send, of course, satchels or bags and things. Not a hex bag. Don't send a hex bag. But sending things to school, because in Georgia, they don't. Some of those people didn't know. Certain books, certain things of that nature, certain journaling. It's not showing. It's not showing, but it's all right. Journaling prompts and other different things of that nature. Also, something else, certain music. Let's check out the divination manual. Placing things on their coats, hoodies, sending sigils, protection sigils with them as well. Also, what they're eating and what they're drinking. Also, counts as well. Sending things like maybe a kombucha. You have to make sure it's really cold. You may have to put an ice pack in it or not, depending on their lunch schedule and lunch. Sending little books for them to read during their private time in school. Also, divination methods. There's something going on with the internet, but let's see more online teaching. And I saved a few things back just to teach. This is my online teaching folder. I'm divine the whole lifetime. Things like this. I love this. Sending wands. I saved this here. Sending things like wands, crystals, major this year. Also sending in their favorite comics and things of that nature with certain magic messages to help inspire them. Also, of course, the dye, spring water, things such as vegetables and things that are very easily accessed with certain herbs, certain spices, certain things of that nature. Also, sending in satchels. A lot of Zen is making a playlist for them, making a playlist for them. Even sending a comfort doll, something a comfort doll, and even a stress ball with a certain sigil or symbol on it. This will also be great as well. And they have something in their pocket or something in their bag that you can actually send prayers. Love. You can put a rose cord in it. You can put an amethyst crystal in it. Clear quartz, any carnelian, red carnelian, or tiger's eye, or something that correlates with their more so their birth chart and birthstone. You can do that as well. The I hate that it's not showing. I collected all this stuff. I collected all this stuff. And for the younger kids, things like this to help them with their spiritual creativity. Dolls and stuffed animals. Please wash them and uncross them, then re-bless them and sage them and re-bless them first before you you send them out and about. And just weekly wash them, or at least bi-weekly wash them. You can always disinfect them with spray. Try to get the lavender or lemon one with extra essential oils in it. It's a little cheap air magic, and you're gonna spray them down, and then you just throw them in the washer at the end of the week when you do your laundry. And this helps them with their garden talking, just really talking and bonding. You can always have someone uh, put protection inside of here. You can always send that home. I mean, to school with them. Also, folders, notebooks. Let's see here. Mm-mm. especially for the older kids. It's easier for the older kids sending smudge sprays and other or smudging them before and after they get home from school. It's like it's not working. I don't know what's going on with Pinterest right now. Like something like somebody's pulling and pulling. Teaching the older ones, like sending things like this with cultural references on it. I used to carry things like this around all the time. I love back then it was Ed Hardy. Ed Hardy was really popular, still popular, especially here in Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee to be exact. The seven chakras, having notebooks and sending books and things, and even making a playlist for their calm down moments at lunch or whenever they're able to listen to their music before and after class, even at the end of the school day when they're released. But carrying around certain things, very spiritual, very magical, because this is the beginning of a very magical school year, similar to what happened in 2021. But the virtual learning year went back into his regular section or session, non-virtual, after they finished May 2021. I cannot. Some of the older kids, send them with the practical books. Send them with a tarot deck that they can play with at lunch or oracle deck. If they can't take tarot decks, oracle deck, take air was it take tarot decks, the right away deck. Make sure they can take the deck oracles. If not, you can always make some cards via Canva and play in AI technology, websites for pictures and stuff like that, and edit it and make them an exclusive deck just for them. Deck, deck, just for them to tap into their spiritual gifts while they have free time. 'Cause sometimes they're going to have free time. Jewelry for my ladies and my gentlemen. Always send your kids to school with their favorite talisman or jewelry. There's a prayer via Chat GPT and in the Bible Quran, but they can come up with a list of prayers just for jewelry and everything. It's an old magic trick to break spells off things. Of course, you teach them how to clean it, and you also teach them how to enchant it and pray over it as well. Different symbolism based off your indigenous tribes and other different things as well. Also, different books. Also, here, draw different and symbolism on them. Left arm for most, right for a few, on children of a certain age. Sending crystals, sending their favorite tools in a case. Sending something to help them tap into their spirituality while they have downtime at school. You don't want to send the whole altar to school, but why not send them different books and things about magic and different things as well? But make sure you're sending prayers with them, because we teach our children how to pray and be magical. And I'm teaching it because there's other people who pray and go to church. They journal, prayer journal. Teach them to talk to God. Teach them to talk to their angels. Teach them to talk to their whole spiritual team in heaven. And they have some of these children are so gifted and very powerful. They're more powerful sometimes, more powerful than the adults or the parents. And I don't think some of them know. Also, sending things like fresh juices, and certain things in their dietary if they're not going to eat the regular school lunch that's available at per school location. They um they should be taking something very healthy as much as possible. Certain juicing by chocolate color, with spring water, like those little bottles of spring water, and just pack those. Pack vegetables, pack something that's going to boost their brain. Don't forget the sugar. We found out they need a little blood sugar. So a couple pieces of candy or a couple pieces of dried candied fruit or something with a nice sugar impact to actually really boost their blood sugar, because the healthier they eat, it's going to dissolve the sugar in the body. So you still want to keep their blood sugar up when they're paying attention in class. A little caffeine in the morning or even in the afternoon with their lunch is okay. A little small 1 or 2 ounce of coffee is not going to hurt them, or some type of hot chocolate is not going to hurt them. It's not going to. It's actually going to stimulate the brain. One of the biggest thing, other than apparel, color coding their school uniform forms, or even this here, even engraving protection, on their clothing or anything of that nature as well. Also, also getting them to pray before going to school, affirmations, coming up with a routine and a calm down, and also a motivational throughout the day type of routine for them at school. If they have a bad day and if they're having a good day, have two different routines for them. That way they can come back stressed. Even though we're just getting started with the school year, come in handy later. Also, coming up with a schedule with them and for them, sitting down with your children and actually praying with them, communicating with them. Also, helping them realize how important, how special they are to God and their elders and ancestors, and their mission as children in the classroom. I want to talk more about the teachers and things of that nature later on. Again, also we're going to talk more about how to amp up a lot of different things. Like I said, I've already made a video. You can see last year's video for everything. Everything also carrying hand sanitizer, things to keep them clean. If they're able to have many, if they if they're able to have, if they're able to have. Okay. Hey, love, how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing. How are you? All right. If they're able to have, he came back. I was getting ready to leave. I was getting ready to leave. Wow. He's coming back. He's coming back. Look at that. Someone's going there and he's going here. There's going to be more video. This is not a long video. Um, Giving them something to relieve themselves. So spiritual tips, something, hand sanitizer. I know you guys have a list of probably this much stuff, and I noticed some of the list is getting shorter in the classroom. So we're going to talk about what teachers can do to help. I'm going to actually walk you through my routine, maybe. I talked about it in last year's video. That's why I'm not really talking a whole lot about it this year. Also, wow, I wasn't expecting him. Keeping a bottle of water, keeping things like kombucha, keeping natural juice. If you can make natural juice, you can go to Walmart or Dollar Tree to get the dollar twist bottles. To get the dollar twist bottles. There we go. To get the dollar twist bottles, they can stop this. It's like a it's like a it's like a spell. I can see, but also Guru makes these really, 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 really nice lavender, rosemary, peppermint. These little roll-on bottles, those are perfect. They work as spell bottles and a way to really sage and cleanse yourself. And for the smaller ones, they just have to make sure you put in their little zip container, the little zip bag, put it in there. And the someone is crazy that you're gonna actually teach. I've been teaching this for years, every year since 2020. Since 2020, it's the same tips. But we're gonna put it in classroom form. Classroom form. Also, a lot of people don't know how important it is to send protection, but it's up to us as parents to teach them protection, indigenous and also divine indigenous practice. Nice little prayer, Psalms 91, Psalms 23, basic prayers for them. Plus teaching them, I'm gonna carry this in my pocket for protection. So I'm put in this pocket, bam, and they're off to school. And of course, we pray as parents and teachers and administration and things of that nature. Because believe it or not, I'm teaching you right now. Somebody to realize and put a little dab of lavender. You can make your own. You can go to Dollar Tree. They have the craft department, Walmart, Michaels. It's several different places. Roll on. You can roll it on. You can make your own. If you already have like oils and everything, you can make protection. You can enchant things. You can pray. When you pray, it enchants everything. But there's certain scriptures that you actually have to say. And some people are not cleaning their jewelry. Some people are not, especially it's a certain crystal needs to be cleaned weekly. I normally sage and then once or twice a month or whatever. Clean the clean like boat clean. When you sit down and you take stuff to actually clean every nook and cranny. So boat cleaning, deep cleaning. Um, everybody's routine is different, and everybody's routine is actually actually. I didn't realize it's a crew of people that's missing. That's all right. No, 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 that's all right. They're missing. They're missing. And we're going to talk more about the protection because please don't, even protecting things like their clothes or shoes. You can put a safe travel sigil inside their shoe or underneath it with a marker or a piece of paper on the sole, under the sole. Now, it's simple, simple things. You can always spray their shoes, mists and things of that nature. And also enchanting those little beautiful pins. Is it Cracker Barrel? Cracker Barrel or one who's the gift shop? They have such it's such a magical experience at Cracker Barrel because I have a student that worked at Cracker Barrel and he loved that job. He really loved it. He really loved it. Because I send protection his way every time. Right up in there. Nothing but protection. It's protection there and it just come all over the city. Like bam, like a big like somebody like backhand somebody. You don't mess with teacher student. Sensei. Someone said sensei. It's the sensei. Cause I'm gonna backhand you because my students mean something to me because they trying to get a shot of this ring. I'm gonna backhand somebody. Bam. There's different ways to backhand people. But thank you guys for watching today's episode. Like I said, I want to talk more about the teachers in the classroom. We have a video from last year, back to school. This is not good lighting, but boom. Last year, and also inquiring things like yoga, meditation, quiet time. Especially like I said, their quiet time is going to be very important this year. Even if it's like 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes of quiet time, even during the lunch break, they just you're sitting there drawing. Arts, like I said, arts and craft, prayer, meditation, um, and just teaching them to journal and write out their feelings every day. Talk about their feelings and even video diaries to play back for their parents how their week was. I can't wait to have our babies come on in this bad boy. And they, you keep those memories. you know, first grade, second grade. You take these pictures. Also, getting them to collect a picture diary throughout the whole school year is another form of. It's not just God offering, heaven offering, or ancestral offering. It's an actual remembrance of their spiritual growth as a child, and they're gonna look back at it as a little boy or a little girl, and they're gonna look back at it as a grown person when when they were a little boy or a little girl. Someone's overriding. Stop twizzling. When they look back at it, when they were a little boy or a little girl, they're gonna look back at it, and it's gonna be a beautiful journal or journey, and they're gonna look back at it like, man, I was magical then, and I remember as a kid, and it's gonna be like really awesome. So thank you guys for watching today's video. When they're adults, they'll thank you later for every prayer you taught them, especially teaching them zenfulness and respect. Also, teaching them martial arts and also yoga, meditation, and also just listening to positive vibrations of music, and also letting them have a little fun this year. Having the, they earn it. That's their job to be a great kid. I love you guys. We'll talk more on probably tomorrow's video. I love you all, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be safe. Enjoy your week. And happy back to school season for all the students, teachers, children, and everyone, staff, and your staff in the Department of Education here in America and also overseas. It is an international prayer for you guys. May this school year be a blessing just like the last and also the future. We love you all and keep safe.